When I moved into this workshop, the very first thing that I built was this French Cleat Tool Wall. I don't even know that kit anymore because I took this wall and doubled it, added a bunch of things to it, and made a digital guide so you could build your own. I think that my workshop should always be changing based on my changing needs and the kind of things I'm working on. I've learned a lot about the holders here. Some of them need to be improved, and there's new tools that need holders. I am actually gonna rearrange some things, like this big art canvas that I've never used since putting it up. It still has the original drawing of the 2-player pinball machine, which if you wanna watch my friend Sean kick my butt in the first match, you can watch it here. An entirely updated version of the French Cleat plans are available on my website, link below. It includes everything from the previous videos and this one. How to make French cleats, mount them, materials list, safety, and like 50 different holders. Like everything, it's very thorough, kind of crazy. If you wanna get organized and support what I do, go check it out. Okay, let's get to it. Let's start by talking about this hammer holder. So this is the one that I currently have. In the plans that have been out, there's a slightly better version that has an extra piece underneath down there to prevent hammers from doing this, because this is so heavy that it just wants to tip forward. I want to change this because one, hammers like this that are like this is a framing hammer. It's super long and kind of crazy how far it sticks out into my walkway. Instead of having them sit like this, I'm going to have kind of a slot that they all sit in just vertically. It'll make it much more efficient and less of a nuisance. The version that's been in the plans is a lot better than this version. This is version 1. The one in the plans is version 2, but the ones that are going to be in this new set of plans is going to be an updated version 3. This is my hand tool box. It's great. I love it. It holds so many tools, but right now it's holding too many tools. I have to kind of dig through to find some of these. I just have not been keeping it as organized. I like the different tiered layer of it. So bigger tools are in the back, smaller tools are in the front, but I need another one because I have accumulated more tools than I previously designed this for. And it's already quite large. I don't want to make it bigger, but I'll just make another one. This is a super simple box that holds glue, wood glues, other, CA glue, Elmer's glue, I guess. Problem is, it is slightly smaller than what I want because I have the extra glues are all just kind of sitting up here. So I want to redo this, make it just a little bit bigger to hold more glue. Basically this exact same thing, but just slightly wider. This is the tool holder that I like the least. It's for screwdrivers, but it just is always an absolute chaotic mess because it sits at an angle, and if the screwdrivers are slightly off, they'll just slip off and fall off. And I do not like that. I just need to change this a little bit. I want to take this magnetic thing off and take this and make it flat instead of angled. And then I'll just put screwdrivers in vertical. So they'll just be sitting like this. I'll punch a bunch of holes in here, kind of in a good organized pattern. So I'll split it in the middle. So half of it will be for Phillips, half of it for flathead. And then I'll have a space in the back that I can just stack these up. I'll figure out something so it's just a better system for the tiny little screwdrivers. This vertical stacker for holding all these different sized screw boxes is absolutely great. I just have more screw boxes around here than I can put in this little thing, so I'm gonna just make another one. Over on the right side here, I have a bunch of electrical wire. I think it's 12 gauge, and then this is like just some 10 gauge Romex. But all this electrical wire I don't use on a regular basis, and I don't think it belongs on my French Cleat Tool Wall, so it's gonna go away. And that'll free up some room to have other things. The extension cords, I'm gonna do something else with. They're all layered up, stacked up in one spot, and they're hard to get to. It's not convenient. They're gonna change. Here's a few of the tools that are gonna get new holders. So this is a hot glue gun. It's portable via battery. And I use it all the time. It's super convenient for just attaching things quickly. I'm gonna have a holder that holds this as well as all the glue sticks that I have for it. This isn't necessarily a new tool, but it's a tool that I just haven't had a holder for. Just tucked it away in a kind of a silly place. So now I'm gonna give it its own dedicated holder. And this is a battery powered 18 gauge brad nailer. I use this tool all the time. I actually have over here, I have a holder for, this is finish nails, brad nails, and then this is a crown stapler. Ever since getting this thing, I basically have not used those at all. Is this tool necessary to have, generally speaking? No, but I like it a lot better than having to deal with a loud air compressor and an air hose.
Do you struggle with everything you do all the time?
I'm not going to get rid of these nailers, but I'm just going to make a new holder and a better system for organizing nails, because this has just become an absolute cluster. Oh, and one more thing. These are my hand staplers. The red one is for like cable tie downs, and then the silver one's just like regular staples. They're gonna get their own dedicated holder that will have all their staples close by. Okay, here's all the pieces for my glue gun holder. So let's throw it together. Figure out the cleats. Done. Looks good. Nice. All right, this one's done. Basically just shove all the hammers in there. But I'm gonna have to wait until it's dry to test it because hammers are heavy. Here's something kind of fun. I'm gonna use the nailer to put its own holder together. That's pretty good. Look at that. There we go. Looks pretty good. If I get more of these little boxes, I can always stack them up. With the flatheads, flatheads have like a weird thing that kind of sticks out before it goes to the shaft. The ones on this side need to be made a little bit wider. I just gotta say, it is so nice having plans that I can just follow because you just have the measurements, cut it out, put it together. Piece of cake. Nice. Check that out. Pretty cool, huh? Doubled up. For the staplers, I'm gonna make a box that will hold all of the staples, and then on either side of that box, I'm going to have little notches that stick out that can hold. You know, these literally will just, using their handles, slip on and stay. But because some of them, well, I guess not so much this one, but I'll still do it. But because this one wants to rotate down, I'm gonna add a stopper block in the front, so that way it stays vertical, it doesn't just swing down like that. So here's like one of the little notches that'll go on the top that will actually hold the thing, and this little point at the end, keeps it from sliding out. I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit, and then I'm gonna flip it over and do the other side. Here's the old one, and here's the new one, which is about 50% larger, which means it's gonna hold 50% more glue, and I still have room for a couple more. Nice. In an effort to utilize all the material that I have and not let any stuff go to waste, for my base piece, I'm actually gonna be using a couple of different pieces and just stacking them up like this. That way I utilize all my scrap and I'll just put this in a bin to wither away for the next however many years. Gotta use that scrap. It'll all function the same way, it's just broken up into different pieces. So this is just like a slightly skinnier version. Instead of it being 25, 26 inches wide, this one is only 18 inches wide. So if that's a large, then this is like a medium. In the plans, I'm gonna include the large, this medium size, and then I will include a third size that is a small, that'll be about 12 inches wide instead of the 18 or even larger over there. Lots of different options for whatever you want. With all the new holders done, I took my time and reorganized the wall, trying to compress a bunch of things closer to the workbench and opening up space on the right. Here's a super simple way to organize your extension cables. First, drive a screw into the wall that's inward downward a little bit. Get a 2-foot string or small rope and tie one into that screw. Take the other end, fold it in half, and tie a knot so this free end now has a loop. When your extension cable's bundled up, you just run the string through the center and hook the loop on the screw. I feel so much better about this new layout. It might take a bit to memorize the new locations, but overall it's a way better use of the same space. And the beauty of French cleats is I can just move things around again. If you're looking to organize your workshop, this is the way.
This is the way.
Okay, that's it for now. See ya.